need your assistance on this one.
Used to keep it cool.
You did a good job.
Maybe it's time for me to go.
I'm overmatched for the first time since I can remember.
I just need somebody to believe in me.
Who's doing that LA night? Nobody.
Get Showtime now.
Growing up in the Edelman household was flat out crazy.
Frank was rough.
It was abusive.
Everything's about football, and then all of a sudden, hey Dad, I'm sorry.
You f***ed up.
We're losing games. Get back, for God's sake.
I would never bet against a guy like Jules.
Listen, I can't stand the New England Patriots,
What?
but everybody loves Julian Edelman. 100% documentary about Julian Edelman on Showtime.
I mean, Jermall Charlo has easily put himself in the mix, to be in the conversation for the big middleweight fights.
Another 1-2.
Some people may complain about the Karabov fight, but that's an underrated opponent. I think it's more credit to Matt Karabov than it is a discredit to Jermall Charlo. I think Matt Karabov is a headache for anybody he fights. I think Charlo otherwise has done a tremendous job of looking good, looking sharp, creating a must-see TV type of situation for himself with the highlight reel kind of knockouts. And that's what he's got to continue to try to do. Charlo has this swagger to him, inside the ring and outside the ring. But at the same time, his skills are world class, and he's shown that. Fighting Brandon Adams, who's kind of the man of the moment right now after having won the Contender, is a good step. But of course, we know what Jermall Charlo wants. We know he wants the big guns at middleweight, and he wants the middleweight championships.
DraftKings and Showtime Sports are bringing fight fans closer to the action than ever before with our custom Showtime Boxing Pick'em game.
It doesn't get bigger than this for these two warriors.
For every Showtime Boxing event, you have the opportunity to compete for your share of $5,000 and a Showtime Boxing swag bag, plus a year-long competition to win a trip to every Showtime Championship boxing event in 2020.
When both of us get in the ring, you don't know what's going to happen.
Call it like you see it. Pick the fighters, the method of victory, and earn your shot to win money.
Oh, and this fight is over!
Stop ducking and enter the ring. Go to DraftKings.com/Showtime now to play.
Good afternoon, everybody. Certainly want to welcome you to NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. I'm Brian Custer, host of Showtime Championship Boxing, and we are peacock proud to be here in Houston. Just our fourth trip here to Houston and our first time putting on a championship show since 2003. So it's been 16 years, long time in coming, for our first of two homecoming fights that will come your way on Showtime Championship Boxing this summer. This Saturday, it's a homecoming fight for Jermall Charlo. And it's a triple header that comes your way on Showtime Championship Boxing, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific on Showtime Championship Boxing. And it features the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Again, a triple header of fights. We'll start with some featherweights. We'll also in the co-main, you'll see the 154-pound division and one of the young, talented fighters at 154 pounds. You're going to see him in action as well. He has the nickname The Hammer. Erickson Lubin will be in action as well. This card is being promoted by Lions Only, TGB Promotions. Charlo versus Adams, also in association with Banner Promotions, the Tournament of Contenders. Tickets are on sale. They're available via Ticketmaster.com and at the NRG box office. Certainly on behalf of Showtime Sports President Steven Espinoza and our entire Showtime Sports team, we're proud to be here in Houston. Again, our first time since 2003. Showtime Championship Boxing, Charlo, Adams, live, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And it is brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. Before we get to the fighters, I want to introduce a man who is the executive director of the Harris County Sports and Convention Corporation, Mr. Ryan Walsh.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NRG Park. We are really excited to showcase boxing here once again. On behalf of the Harris County Sports and Convention Corporation and all the staff at NRG Park, thank you to Premier Boxing Champions, Heyman Boxing, Showtime, and especially our contenders this weekend. We're excited you're here and grateful to have you. We're thankful for the partnership with all of you and look forward to hosting many more events, boxing events here at NRG Park. What started one day with Muhammad Ali in the Astrodome next door, we look forward to one day having the championship boxing in this building, NRG Stadium, to a sold-out crowd. We're one step closer to making that a reality with this matchup this weekend. We look forward to seeing you here. Thank you all for being here very much.
Ryan, thank you. And again, you couldn't put on events like this if you did not have great promotions. Coming to the podium now is the Vice President of TGB Promotions, Miss Brittany Goosen Brown.
TGB Promotions is thrilled to be promoting another event with Lions Only Promotions as Jermall makes his long-awaited homecoming here in Houston, Texas. As always, we'd like to thank Showtime and NRG Park for hosting, as well as Brandon Adams for accepting this very tough challenge. And of course, his promotional team in Banner Promotions and the Tournament of Contenders. This is our second Charlo fight in 1 week, and we couldn't be happier to be supporting both Jermell and Jermall. Tickets are on sale still through Ticketmaster. They're going fast, so get them now. But whether you're live here in the arena or watching live on Showtime, this is one you don't want to miss. Thank you, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Let me bring to the podium now, man, he's the president of Banner Promotions, Mr. Artie Palulo.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be just a few seconds. I just want to thank Brian. I want to thank Stephen at Showtime and Jermall Charlo for giving Brandon an opportunity for this terrific middleweight title. The other day, or I think last night, it became the full title. So you became the full champion, I think, 24 hours ago, so congratulations to you. Brandon Adams won the Contender Championship, I guess, about 7-8 months ago. We got a call from Louis DeCuba, who does a lot of work for Al, and he says, would Brandon be interested in fighting for the interim world title? So I called Brandon up and I say, here's an opportunity, the one you've been looking for, an opportunity to take the next step, to be in a position now to fight the elite and some of the elite, and he jumped all over it. So it's going to be a terrific fight. You got two great young men up here. You should have heard them on the media call a couple days ago. They were real gentlemen. They were actually an asset to the sport. No craziness, no off-the-wall conversation, but about the business. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I think you're going to see a heck of a fight. They're both TV friendly, they're both fan friendly, and they both want to do a great job. So I wish them both good luck, and thank you for having me.
Well, Brandon Adams, of course, won the Contender. And the man who's the co-creator, co-executive director, and producer of the Contender is Mr. Jeff Wall.
Well, we're really grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to be anywhere. And I want to congratulate Brandon, who is a gentleman and did a fantastic job in the Contender. Went through some really, really, really tough talent, some of whom are here now, Eric Walker in particular. And thank you. And I've heard and know what a gentleman you are, what a great fighter you are. I watched your brother fight the other night. It was a little quick, but it was great. And so this is what boxing's about. Two guys in great shape, two guys who care about their sport, Two guys are gentlemen, not talking trash, but going in the ring and provide everybody with a great fight. And Brandon is Brandon's prepared, and I know Charlo is prepared. And I'm glad this is for the full middleweight championship. And I was here with Muhammad Ali. Not that I'm that old, but I'm glad to be back in Houston. Thank you.
Well, as you heard these gentlemen mention, listen, Houston is a great boxing town. Some great boxing history here in Houston. 1966, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, and arguably gave his best performance as when he won here in Houston. 1981, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns shared the same card here in Houston, Texas. The great George Foreman fought 6 times here in Houston. And now it's the return of Jermall Charlo. Triple header of fights, absolutely. Triple header of fights that comes your way. And we begin with featherweights. They will start the show on Showtime Championship Boxing. And coming to the podium now is a young man who is known as the Matrix. 23-3. He's got 17 that have come by knockout. Let me introduce the Matrix, Claudio Marrero.
Hello everybody. Mi nombre es Claudio Marrero de Matrix. Es un placer estar aquí de nuevo en la casa en Houston. Muchas gracias a toda la compañía que están aquí en este evento, TGB Boxing.
I want to thank everybody for coming, supporting this event.
Estoy bien preparado para esta pelea.
I am prepared for this fight.
Le quiero agradecer mucho a Junior de Cuba.
I want to thank Cuba
y a la compañía TGB
and also BBC
por la invitación de la pelea.
For the invitation of the fight.
Estamos ready, como le digo.
We are ready to go to war.
Siempre vengo ready para mis
I'm
peleas.
always ready.
Espero que mi contrincante esté ready también.
Hope my opponent is ready for this fight.
Para que bailemos bonito, ¿viste? Para que bailemos.
So we can dance.
Hay que bailar el sábado y vamos a bailar bonito, ¿ok? Vamos a bailar beautiful, ¿ok?
We're gonna dance.
Estamos ready. Team Marrero.
Team Marrero.
And his opponent comes in this fight 22-1-3. 7 knockouts. This will be his 3rd time fighting here in the States. 2nd straight fight here in the United States. Eduardo Ramirez.
Buenos días, primero que nada a todos aquí presentes. Quiero darles las gracias por la oportunidad y pues le quiero decir a mi rival que no venimos a bailar, venimos a pelear.
We didn't come to dance, we come to fight.
Un poco de seriedad, igual. Yo también estoy listo
I am also
y yo vengo a ganar. Saludos. ¡Viva México!
¡Viva México, papi! ¡Viva México! All right, Mexico.
The co-main. We move to the 154-pound division. And you will see on Showtime on Saturday night, man who comes into the ring with a record of 27-6-2, but he has not lost a fight in 4 years. He's on an 11-fight winning streak. First time fighting here in the States. Here's Zach Atu.
Bonjour à tous. D'abord, avant de commencer, j'aimerais juste vous remercier Showtime, remercier PBC pour cette opportunité et remercier le public américain, parce qu'effectivement, c'est une première pour moi.
It's a great opportunity to show my skills here in the United States.
J'aimerais vous dire que même si vous ne me connaissez pas, je me suis préparé dur à ce combat. Erickson Lubin est un très bon boxeur C'est un très bon boxeur, un futur talent de chez vous. Mais sachez que je me suis préparé dur à ce combat et que je suis pas venu aux États-Unis pour faire du tourisme.
As an European champion, I am clearly the underdog, but I train hard with my team, and I have some surprise for Edison Rubin.
Merci à vous tous et rendez-vous samedi. Merci.
No need to talk small. I give you an appointment tomorrow.
Zach's opponent. This young man comes to the ring, 20 victories, just 1 defeat, 15 have come by knockout. He's known as the Hammer. In fact, he calls his right hand Jack, the left hand Sledge. He's Erickson, the Hammer, Lubin.
It's an honor to be here, back on the big stage. I want to thank Showtime. I want to thank PBC for having me, back on Showtime. I got a solid opponent in front of me. It's Zach R2. He's coming to fight. He's coming to take my spot. But it's my job to run him over. It's been a tremendous training camp with Kevin. I want to thank my team. And Saturday night is Hammer Time, man. Hammer Time on Showtime. I'll see y'all.
Now we get to the main event here on Saturday night, the middleweight division. We start with a young man who won the Contender, comes in 21-2, 13 by knockouts. He's been trained by his longtime trainer, Mr. Dub Hintley. He's also been working with Freddie Roach. Here is Brandon, the Cannon Adams.
How everybody doing? I'm Brandon the Cannon Adams, and I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I want to thank both parties, both promotions, my man Charlo right here for the opportunity, and congratulate him for becoming the new champ. And I'm looking for to put forth the effort to becoming the new champion. I want to thank you guys for coming out, show your appreciation to the champion. I couldn't have done this, of course, without him. He's from Houston, so I just want to put on the performance. I want us to, give you guys something to remember. I want you guys to talk about this fight. I want it to go down in history. I need that partner. I need you to help me make history. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate this, and I'm looking forward to the fight. Thank you much.
And the champion, Unbeaten, been trained by Ronnie Shields, one of the great trainers in boxing. He's coming home, known as the Hitman, the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Jermall Charlo.
Houston, what up? We back, finally. After 7 years, it feels good to be home and embrace the love that you guys give me. I don't know if the counterpart is the same, or thank Brandon Adams and his team for even stepping up and answering that call and taking it. Hopefully they didn't just take it thinking, yeah, we got this one, and it's not gonna be as easy as you think it is. We're gonna make history. I plan on delivering something that I normally deliver, and that's something explosive, something that my fight fans around the world get a chance to remember for the rest of their life, and for sure you will remember it for the rest of your life. I know you work hard with Dub and Freddie Roach. That was a great opportunity for you to enhance your boxing intelligence. But I did the same thing with my trainer, Ronnie Shields, Creed Fountain, Jack Edwards, everybody that we put the work in. The work is put in. I'm ready. I'm ready to deliver a statement. You know, thanks to the WBC for making things a lot more, you know, weary for the fans, where, you know, they move Canelo up, because that's definitely a fight that I would love to have right here in my city. But right now I'm focused on Brandon Adams, and that's something I've been focused on for the last couple months, and we're going to get the job done. Thanks to everybody who congratulated me on becoming the WBC two-time division world champion. But I got so much more I want to show, and so much more to prove. My trainer, Ronnie Shields, taught me so much, you know. So, hey, Lions only, baby. We here. See y'all Saturday.
Well, let's talk about the fight. Champ, I'll start with you. As you pointed out, first time fighting here at home in Houston, 7 years. First time headlining here at home. You said this is a legacy fight for you. Tell us why.
It's a legacy fight for me because, you know, I got an opponent that's coming in to my backyard, and I'm not letting it happen. You know, the WBC and you know, Al Heyman and everyone who's made this possible. You can understand why that's a legacy fight for me.
Brandon, a number of people have written, as impressive as your run was in the Contender, they said none of them, those wins, compared to the talent of Jermall Charlo, who has stopped 19 of his last 22 opponents. What's your response to that?
My response to that is they probably right. You know, I won't know until I get in the ring with this man. I believe he's everything that, I believe that he's everything that the paperwork says he is, that he's shown and proven to be. So that's what I'm up against. That's what I'm challenging myself to challenge that night.
Champ, fighters say there are levels to this fight game. In your opinion, is Brandon Adams on your level?
He made it to this level, so definitely he's on my level. He won the Contender show. I wasn't on that show. This is the Lions only show. So now you on the level where, you know, he get a chance to challenge himself.
Brandon, generally when a guy is having a homecoming fight, the opponent, for the most part, is a sacrificial lamb to make the guy look good. But you're a big puncher. Some believe and have written that you're the type of guy that can give Jermall Charlo fits on Saturday night. Why don't you let the people know what they should expect Saturday night at NRG Arena?
Seeing Adams and Charlo fight this June 29th, you're going to see fireworks. He just said he prepared to, you know what I'm saying, to bring his A game. I'm bringing my A game. I don't really too much get into what people think. You know, I go by what I believe. You know, I believe in me. I've always said that from the beginning. That's why I sit around smiling so much, you know what I'm saying? I've been through a whole lot in my life, and I'm at a point now to where, you know, everything is golden. You know, I'm just living it, you know. So I'm grateful for that. And this Saturday, you know what I'm saying, like he said, he's bringing his A game and I'm bringing mine. So we're going to put it all on the table and put it all on the line.
Champ, we'll wrap it up with this. You're now the WBC middleweight champion of the world. You're fighting at home, national television. What's the message you trying to send to that middleweight division come Saturday night?
I'm ready to put it all on the line. Everything. Show me my opponent.
Folks, there you have it. A triple header of fights coming your way Saturday night, NRG Arena, Showtime Championship Boxing. 9 o'clock Eastern. That's 8 o'clock Central Time here in Houston. That is 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Triple header of fights, and it's the homecoming of Jermall Charlo. It's been 7 years, but he's coming home, and he's fighting, and he's the WBC now middleweight champion of the world. We will see you Saturday night on Showtime Championship Boxing. Gentlemen, let's face off. Main event.
And Showtime Sports are bringing fight fans closer to the action than ever before with our custom Showtime Boxing Pick'em game.
It doesn't get bigger than this for these two warriors.
For every Showtime Boxing event, you have the opportunity to compete for your share of $5,000 and a Showtime Boxing swag bag, plus a year-long competition to win a trip to every Showtime Championship Boxing event in 2020.
When both of us get in the ring, you don't know what's going to happen.
Call it like you see it. Pick the fighters, the method of victory, and earn your shot to win money.
Oh, this fight is over!
Stop ducking and enter the ring. Go to DraftKings.com/Showtime now to play.
And Jermall Charlo has easily put himself in the mix, to be in the conversation for the big middleweight fights.
Another 1-2!
Some people may complain about the Karabov fight, but that's an underrated opponent. I think it's more credit to Matt Karabov than it is a discredit to Jermall Charlo. I think Matt Karabov is a headache for anybody he fights. I think Charlo otherwise has done a tremendous job of looking good, looking sharp, creating a must-see TV type of situation for himself with the highlight reel kind of knockouts. And that's what he's got to continue to try to do. Charlo has this swagger to him, you know, inside the ring and outside the ring. But at the same time, his skills are world class, and he's shown that. Finding Brandon Adams, who's kind of the man of the moment right now after having won the Contender, is a good step. But of course, we know what Jermall Charlo wants. We know he wants the big guns at middleweight, and he wants the middleweight championships.
Growing up in the Edelman household was flat out crazy.
Frank was rough.
It was abusive.
Everything's about football, and then all of a sudden, hey, Dad, I'm sorry.
You f***ed up.
We're losing games. Get back, for God's sakes.
I would never bet against a guy like Jules.
Listen, I can't stand the New England Patriots.
What?
But everybody loves Julian Edelman. 100% documentary about Julian Edelman on Showtime.
I need your assistance on this one.
Used to keep it cool. You did a good job.
Maybe it's time for me to go.
I'm overmatched for the first time since I can remember.
I just need somebody to believe in me.
Who's doing that LA night? Nobody.
Get Showtime now.